Sheesh, whose idea was it to go all the way to my city so early? Now we have even more spells to develop before we can do the next episode, and Bulldozer's patience will only stretch so long.
Yep, that probably wasn't the wisest move we've ever made. Now the next episode of Final Fantasy II is being pushed back until May. I should have thought that one through. Sorry, guys.
Well, at the very least, we won't have any more spells to level up after this except Ultima, so we'll be able to just focus on the game after this next grind session.
True, although we will still need to level all those spells up between episodes. By the way, have the viewers decided on whether they want to see the optional bonus dungeons or not? Or the extra game mode?
I got the answers in, and it's a resounding no. They want to see us play the game, but don't want to see anything outside of the main game itself. So it looks like we're not covering the optional dungeons or the extra mode. Too bad, so sad.
Oh well. Less time spent on this game is never a bad thing. By the way, what are we going to do while Bulldozerman is finishing up that next grind session? You guys want to do another tier list while we wait?
Actually, yeah. I was thinking we could do a shorter tier list to keep the fans satisfied while we work on that next video. Say no more than 10 entries. And since TimeSplitters is still a thing on the channel, I say we rate the 10 story missions in that game.
Now that sounds like fun. That game is still a timeless masterpiece even after all these years. The grind to 100% the game may be a chore, but it can provide years of entertainment once you pull it off. It gets especially fun when you have friends around for the split-screen multiplayer.
Doesn't excuse half of the story missions for being an unholy slog, though.
I guess we're going to find out which ones suck and which ones rule. So with that out of the way, let me grab the tier list real quick. And for the record, we're only covering the 10 regular story missions from TimeSplitters 2, not the other two games, nor the classic TimeSplitters challenge levels. Those all deserve tier lists of their own. And as usual, since hard mode is required to 100% the game, we will be looking at these levels on hard mode. And before anyone says it, no, we won't be factoring that Enemy Rockets Run Bulldozer Man did into the ranking. That's a community-developed mod that changes the core gameplay, so it doesn't count. This will be looking at the levels from a vanilla hard mode run point of view.
That run of the game was still gas, however. Just shouting it out real quick.
Facts. Bulldozerman deserves to be proud of that run. He accomplished what many thought to be impossible, and that deserves kudos. Here's to hoping awesome things have been done with that mod since then.
Well, all pre-tier list banter aside, first up on the list, fittingly, is 1990's Siberia. Wow, what an opening level for such a gas game. If this level didn't give you major GoldenEye 007 vibes, you aren't a true fan of first-person shooters.
You know, someone in the comments is going to say it, so I'm just going to say it first. This level was way too tough to be the first stage of the game. It feels like it should have been level 6 or something, given that the next 2 levels after it are piss easy. So much for the story mode having a consistent and fair difficulty curve.
That is indeed a problem every player will experience playing this game. The first level is brutally difficult, the next 2 are easy, and then the 4th backhands you across the face with its difficulty. Then it lightens up again, gets harder, gets unbelievably frustrating, and then lightens up again for the finale. Who the hell came up with this difficulty curve in the first place?
You guys are getting sidetracked. Siberia is honestly a great opening level for this game. It's intense later in the stage, but for the first half or so, it's relatively tame and gives you a good amount of time to get adjusted to the controls. That said, raise your hand and say, "Aye!" if you spent half an hour in this level messing around with the controls before you actually started playing.
Me!
Yep, just what I thought, with how chill it is at the start, pun entirely intended, and the banger song to accompany it, which transitions to an absolutely peak remix when the attack chopper shows up. I really can't think of a better level to begin the game on.
Just going to mention this real quick. This is one of the levels that cuts like half the stage out if you play it on easy mode. Talk about an insult. This is why we stick to hard mode, people.
Agreed. That was indeed very stupid of the developers, and it won't be the last time we hear about them ending a level prematurely because of the difficulty setting you choose. But regardless, this level is still solid, and I would say it deserves an A tier.
Melody, it's premature, not premature. Is all that metal power going to your kitty cat brain again?
Ooh, shove off, Alex. I'm just fine. Besides, I wouldn't be complaining about it if it weren't a problem now, would I?
All right, A tier for Siberia. It's a strong starting level, but definitely not the peak of TimeSplitters 2 due to how hard it is as an opening level. Thankfully, things pick up immediately with our next pick. Next on the list is 1932, Chicago.
Now this is a good level if I've ever seen it. Who hasn't felt like they were in one of those old detective movies when playing this level?
Oh hell yeah, this level is absolute fire. Who hasn't wanted to bust a bunch of gangsters in the 30s with old-fashioned machine guns and the like? And the music, my god. If we ever do a TimeSplitters soundtrack tier list, that song would go right into S tier, no cap.
You know it, dude. This level feels a lot more fair than Siberia, even if enemies can often blindside you when escorting Marco to his hideout. You just need to keep a sharp eye out for when enemies show up. And it definitely pays to watch out when the snipers appear. Also, it helps to not go all Rambo with the twin Tommy guns near the end of the stage.
Discipline is a huge factor of beating this game. While it is tempting to go nuts with any twin weapons you find, that is often a good way to land up losing the stage.
You said it, Melody. With all that said, and with the fact that this level is awesome sauce on a stick, I'd say Chicago gets our very first S tier of the day. The Siberia fanboys may get angry at us, but who gives a crap? S tier.
Ah, let them be angry. Not our fault Siberia's hard as hell. I'd much rather replay Chicago over that level. Anyway, Notre Dame's up next, isn't it?
You bet, Alex. Next up, 1895, Notre Dame, aka the zombie level. And far as I know, the last story level in the game to feature zombies. Kind of a shame they came and went so fast in this game.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. The first half of this level is not that hard. Walk close to the zombie, step back when it winds up to take a swing at you, then move quickly and punch its head off. These guys are the easiest enemies in the whole game to deal with. I don't know why some of you are under the assumption that these guys are harder than the snipers on Atom Smasher, but they are pathetically easy when you know how to handle them. My god.
That's true. The level really doesn't pick up in difficulty until after the checkpoint, and the Luger pistol-wielding undead priests start showing up. Right away, the second half throws you into a scenario where it's impossible to kill them all without alerting them to your presence. And even if you try to sneak around them, the dangling maiden blows your cover by screaming for help, causing even more undead priests to rush in with guns drawn. Am I the only one who dropped that bitch to her death a dozen times after she blew my element of surprise on the first attempt?
Nope, you aren't. And whoever put flaming zombies on the stairs can go eat a fucking dick sandwich. It is so hard to aim at them properly to kill them with a headshot. And messing up once will either result in lots of wasted ammo, or you get set on fire and die. And no, the barrels of wine or blood in the basement don't put you out. We tried that. Talk about awful enemy placement.
That said, the double boss fight against the Portal Demon and Jacques de la Mort make for a tense finale to the level. Although I'd argue the Portal Demon was more annoying, since he doesn't get stunned from a headshot and has infinitely respawning reinforcements helping him during the battle. Hope you're good at strafing to dodge buckshot by this point.
There's a number of tricks you can deploy to make this level easier, and you feel like such a badass when you actually pull it off. But that doesn't really subtract from the fact this level is kind of mid, not gonna cap. It's too easy in the first half, the second half is just weird. And the difficulty is pathetic compared to the rest of the game. Makes me wonder why this wasn't the first level. I'll vouch for a B tier, but no higher.
I have to agree, unfortunately. I love the look of the level, the music once again slaps, and it's definitely got that scary gothic theme going for it. But it's too easy to be the third level, and for as awesome as she is, Viola by herself can't save this stage. I also say B tier.
Son of a bitch. I wanted to put it in A tier, but I guess I'm outvoted. B tier for Notre Dame. Oh well, can't win them all. I'm guessing that stupid virus challenge in the hospital level had something to do with it, but that's an entirely different can of worms that we're not going to open right now. Instead, we're going right to our next entry. 2280, Return to Planet X.
More like Return to Planet Mid, because that's all this level is. It's fucking mid as hell. It's way too long, it's too damn difficult. Enemies blindside you from all directions. Easy mode slices its length in half. And as if that weren't bad enough, this is one of the only 3 levels in the whole game to not have a boss fight. I don't know what they were thinking with this level, but the only thing I hear anybody saying they liked about it was its song. Everything else is just mid, or complete dog shit.
Honestly, not much more needs to be said. The level can be pretty fun in 2-player co-op mode, but going single player, it's rather annoying with how many times it requires you to just sit around and slaughter dozens of enemies until the pathway to continue opens up. And like Alex said, easy mode gets rid of roughly half the level and doesn't even feature a checkpoint. Who's the genius who came up with that?
Yeah, I know Return to Planet X has its fans, and that music is once again a banger, and the 2 protagonists of this level are both awesome. But the level itself is pretty mid compared to the rest of the game. That said, this level goes in C tier. It only dodges a D tier because of the banger music track.
That beach attack section is just utter bullshit, by the way. If you don't jump on the turrets and get absolutely surrounded and demolished, you're hiding in the tunnel you came from and running out of ammo. What is with that cruel bullshit?
Who knows? Planet X was never my favourite to begin with, and its second outing in the series did nothing to change my opinion on it anyway. Before we go offending any more Planet X fans, what's next, Chris?
Next on the list is 2019, Neo Tokyo.
There really isn't much to say about the level's difficulty. It's mainly a stealth section in the first half, then reverts to running and gunning for the second half. And it's really not that hard once you get the hang of what you're supposed to do. It even gives you multiple ways of following the hacker to their hideout. You can either trail her like a shadow, hang behind her and either shoot or dodge all the cameras or dash ahead of her and wait for her to go past you like it's a police stakeout or something. Excellent game design that gives you multiple options to solve the problem at hand.
Truly a fantastic level, this one. The music once again slaps, and the overall atmosphere is just beautiful. Normally, rain and technology don't go hand in hand, but this level absolutely nailed it out of the park. I love it!
And on top of all that, you meet the greatest character of all time in this level, the Master, who fully heals you when you speak to him. The only instance of a health recovery in this game's story mode. And there's even a couple of posters for the game on the way to where he's hiding out. Always a nice touch.
It's just a shame that the level's over before you can really let the atmosphere soak in. No pun intended. But like, seriously, this level can be done and over with in less than 5 minutes if you know what you're doing. Probably the shortest level in the game, right next to Chicago.
Yeah, I wish it was a little longer so you could enjoy its sights just a little more. But I still enjoy the time we spend with it. All that said, I think this level goes into A tier. Might have gotten an S if it was just a little longer. It also has the only instance of a grenade-throwing enemy in it. Just to mention that real quick.
A tier sounds fair for Neo Tokyo. What's next?
Up next, oh boy, it's probably my favorite level in the whole game. Like, no joke. Wild West kicks serious ass. From its simplicity to its level design and that soundtrack, motherfucker, John Wayne would want to play this game just for this level alone.
Oh, hell yeah. I know some people complain about its difficulty and its dickish enemy placement, but seriously, this is the 6th level. You should just know to be ready for a fight the second the level starts by now. But this level feels like a good old-fashioned Wild West shootout, and it's a ton of fun. It has a couple of interesting moments in it that makes your brain do work too, like how to free Ramona from the jail, or how to use the exploding ceiling lights to your advantage. I think I had just a little too much fun setting fire traps with the gunpowder in this level.
That and there's no real annoying gimmicks that make you want to rage quit. It's just a straightforward level with a few minor puzzles, so not much needs to be said about it. I'll gladly vouch for an S tier. Plus, if we put this level any lower, we'll probably get absolutely demolished in the comments.
The only real downside I'd have to bring up is that the sheer number of enemies it makes you fight at once can be pretty overwhelming. But a seasoned player who's gotten this far on hard mode should be able to handle it. That said, I agree. S tier for Wild West. Next on the list? Oh fucking hell, look what it is. It's fucking Atom Smasher.
Ew! Yuck! Midi, this level is fucking shitty! Like seriously, who the hell cooked on this stage? Because they fucking burned the goddamn house down. So many enemies in tight quarters that makes them impossible to dodge. Snipers that can pick you off in a split second. scientists that can die and fail the mission, an extremely annoying magnet section that's easy to screw up, turrets that blindside you in the most annoying locations, and on top of all that, a fucking time limit that leaves zero breathing room. This level basically demands that you throw caution to the wind and speedrun it, or you fail. I don't know who the hell designed this nightmare of a stage, but I honestly hope it never happens again.
Facts and double facts. I lost count of how many times I died to those open flames while trying to extinguish them because the hitboxes of the fire extinguisher and the flames is so janky. And do I even need to mention the end, with Scourge Splitters who can damn near mow your entire health bar down at the end? This level is absolutely ridiculous. Damn you, Atom Smasher, to the fiery pits of D tier with you!
Oh, and another thing. Why did this game make Harry Tipper a total generic James Bond ripoff? What was wrong with his more hippie-styled approach in TimeSplitters 1 and 3? Harry Tipper's IQ is 200, not 2. Get it right, developers.
Yeah, get in the dumpster, Atom Smasher, you fucking bitch. More like Sanity Smasher, because I swear to God, this is the level that the most people quit playing this game over. If it wasn't this one, it was definitely either Aztec or Robot Factory, assuming they even got to those levels. Speaking of Aztec, that's next on the list.
I don't like this level because of how hard it is, given that your only weapon for the majority of it sucks big hairy gorilla nuts. But I don't hate it either, because it actually looks pretty cool. Both music tracks are awesome, and it pulls a pretty sick Indiana Jones reference near the end. I'll let you two take the wheel on this one.
The idea of using flaming crossbow bolts to remove obstacles was pretty genius, and the stone golems actually make you think with your head instead of your trigger finger to deal with them. But on the flip side, those stupid monkeys being able to throw exploding watermelons caught me off guard so many times, and I am not a fan of getting blindsided by crossbow-wielding, loincloth-wearing freaks so much.
And can I just ask, who the actual hell asked for a bloody pillar-sliding puzzle in this stage? The solution isn't spelled out anywhere in the game, you just have to blindly guess it or say screw it, and look it up online. Would it have killed them to put in one little hint on how to solve it? Most bullshit puzzle in this series, period.
Yeah, the enemy placement in that stupid puzzle are pretty annoying, not gonna lie. And I don't think this stage can get an A tier because of that. I'm fine with putting it in B tier, but no lower. The atmosphere of the level is still kick-ass, and the obstacle course past the halfway mark was a fun touch.
We love and respect Captain Ash, but Lara Croft, he is not. And this level definitely proved it. Anyway, what's next, Chris?
Next up on the list? Oh dear. It's the other trash level in this game. Robot Factory. I fucking hate this stage.
Every time I see this goddamn level, the Vietnam flashbacks just rush through my mind like a fucking tidal wave. It's so friggin' long, there's so many enemies, and that last boss fight with the machinist can eat a fucking dick. I lost count of how many times I ran out of ammo and died in this stage, but it was probably more than Siberia, Atom Smasher and Aztec combined.
I'd rather play Atom Smasher with that enemy rockets mod bulldozer man made 3,000 times than slog through this unholy mess of a level. The only redeeming factors about it are Gretel Mark II's sick design and the musical track when fighting the machinist himself. Otherwise, this level's just mid at best. I'd say it's complete trash. D tier for this level, Chris?
Yeah, go join your friend in the bin, Robot Factory. You suck. Anyway, we're just about done here. Only one level to go. And you both know what it is. It's 2401, Space Station.
The final level of the game, and it runs into much the same trappings that Neo Tokyo did. It's got a great design, one of the best musical tracks in the series, and it's not that difficult once you get good at it. Plus, the design and atmosphere are remarkable, but it can be done and over with in under 5 minutes. And while it is more action-packed than Neo Tokyo, it's just a little too short for my tastes.
Plus, this is where the Reaper Splitters hit their absolute most annoying. They can literally go anywhere and do whatever the hell they want in this level once they spawn in. And the sheer number of time splitters and turrets in this stage can be pretty demanding for a new player to overcome. Thankfully, it all eases out once you grab the minigun.
Yeah, this level can be intense as hell for a newbie, but it's still a climactic finish for this glorious game. and it's definitely a lot more fun than the 3 levels that came before it. With all that said, I think this game deserves an A tier to end things off.
A tier it is, and wow, I actually really enjoyed that. Even though TimeSplitters can be pretty hit or miss nowadays when discussing quality first-person shooters, it cannot be denied that TimeSplitters 2 was the peak of the series, and being developed by the same team who created GoldenEye 007 on Nintendo 64, these guys knew how to make a quality first-person shooter. Even if half the levels in the story mode were mid or worse.
That's the beauty of retro games. You either love them or you don't. But they're still precious, timeless gems to those who grew up with them. It just makes me wish we could get a remake of this game and its sequel and prequel already. I think we're long overdue for a quality TimeSplitters game that doesn't crash and burn like that silly Rewind fan-made project did.
Yeah, the world needs more TimeSplitters and less Call of Duty and shit. Nobody even gives a rat's ass for that series anymore.
You said it anyway. It looks like we're all done here. You two ready to get back to Final Fantasy II? I'm sure Bulldozer Man must be wrapping up that spell leveling grind right about now.
Yeah, he must be nearly done by now. Let's get back to that game.
All right, let's get back over to the gaming room and see how much progress Bulldozer's made. Thanks a lot for watching the tier list, guys. We'll catch you later. Over and out.
Ah, fucking damn it. I was just about to troll those 3 shitheads for putting Adam Smasher into D tier. Ah, fuck it. I don't even care anymore. I'm going to go troll Stella and Lumina at the spa. I don't see how that could backfire.